Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back to Code Dev Management. So, have you ever built a Spring Boot application where you wanted to turn certain feature on or off without changing the code? Or maybe you have a shared code base deployed to different environments like QA, dev, like that, like different environments, and suppose different cases you need few features in your QA and few features you require in your dev. So and you suppose only want to load specific database connections based on where the app is running, like you suppose want some NoSQL database connections during your dev environment and only SQL database connectivity during your QA environment. Such scenarios have you faced? So if you have not faced, this video is for you. Here actually we will discuss those implementations, how we can handle those things. Okay, so today we are diving into one of the most powerful annotations for feature toggling and dynamic configurations, which is the conditional on property. So we will look into two very common real world cases. Okay, so first one is like creating mutually exclusive bins and loading either MySQL or the NoSQL. And use case two is like toggling the components in shared code base. So managing a shared code base where different components require different database connections based on the active features. So these are the two use cases. So firstly, I will discuss about the mutually exclusive bins. So imagine your application is migrating from your MySQL to MongoDB, which is NoSQL. So during the transition, some clients need the MySQL version and some need the NoSQL version. You don't want to load both the bins into the Spring context. You only want one active at a time to save memory and avoid the connection errors. So we can achieve this by linking the bin creation directly to a property in our application properties file. So in our application properties file, we can configure like app.db.type here MySQL or the NoSQL. Okay, in that way we can configure. So first of all, we have created the interface, the database connections, where we have the method as connect, and we will use that one in during the MySQL connection or the NoSQL connection. So here first see here in the first one, the MySQL connection also implements this database connection, and here we have overridden the connect method, and if we will do so, then MySQL database will be connected. So here we will add one conditional on property annotations where we will pass the name as the app.db.type, which we will get from the application properties or application YAML file, and having value like MySQL. So if that condition will be satisfied, then this connection will be happened. And if you will set instead of MySQL as a NoSQL, then we will connect through the NoSQL. Okay. So by using the having value, this having value MySQL and here having value NoSQL, Spring basically checks the property file before it even creates the bin. So if the value doesn't match, Spring completely ignores the class. So I also added the match if missing equals to true to the NoSQL bin. So this is a great uh, configuration type. Like you can do so. Like it basically sets a safe default fallback just in case someone forgets to add the property to the configuration file. Okay, suppose you have forgotten to configure this app.db type dot my equals to MySQL. So and so here this MySQL will not match, and if the no match will be found out, so then NoSQL database connectivity will be there. Okay, so this match if missing equals to true will be required in that case. Otherwise, if you are sure totally that through the app.db.type from that application properties you want to configure properly, you need to handle properly, then that match if missing, that default fallback will not require. But you will need to give more attention on this, that you have set properly that app.db.type. Okay. So in that way, basically we can create only one bin, either MySQL connection or NoSQL connection through that conditional on property. Now the second use case is toggling the components in a shared code base. So now let's look at a more complex enterprise level scenario. Like imagine you have a massive shared code base, like a monolith code base, but you deploy it as two separate microservices. One component A, like module A, which is order processing, and second module is your analytics, right? So and first one, like this order service, that needs basically the MySQL to handle the transitions, and the second one, the analytics service, which requires basically the NoSQL connectivity. So instead of maintaining two separate repositories, we can use the conditional on property annotation to turn entire feature modules on or off. So if we turn on the order feature, it loads the order service, and it's required MySQL connection. So here we have set one prefix as a feature, name orders, and having value enabled. So in that way, we have done this like feature.orders and feature.analytics. So if that like feature.orders, like if deploying the order microservice, we use this property like feature.orders equals to enabled and feature.analytics equals to disabled. So that's why that feature.orders name, like from this prefix name, you can see that feature.orders. So feature.orders will be enabled. So your MySQL connectivity will be also there, right? So like look at how beautifully it's isolated. So by prefixing our conditions with feature, we have created a built-in feature toggle system. So if we deploy this code and enable the orders property, then Spring completely ignores the analytics component and the NoSQL connection. So it's fantastic way to share a code base without just bloating your runtime memory with unused pins. Whenever you will require, suppose uh, like this order component with the MySQL connection, you will just enable that one, and the other one will be disabled. And when you will require the analytics one, then feature.orders will be disabled, and feature.analytics will be enabled. Okay, so in that way we can handle that one. So to wrap up, I am just repeating the things, like we use the conditional on property to choose between a MySQL or NoSQL bin using a single property flag, and we scaled the concept up to enable or disable entire architectural components based on the environment they are deployed in. So try using this in your next project, and instead of just writing messy if else logic in your configurations. So if you learned something new, just hit the like button and do the subscribe. So see you in the next one. Okay, it will motivate me. Thanks everyone.